I'm not sure what happened. It just I thought that it was on the whole time.
Yeah, this thing be acting crazy sometimes. We have to try to figure out something else soon, but we're getting it together.
Okay.
Okay, well, we just gonna keep going, man. Like we were saying, man, you do and got a lot going on. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your whole background, because like we said, wow, you done did a lot.
Well, again, originally I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Hmm.
I came to Atlanta doing music, and I actually fell into acting by accident through an ex girlfriend, and
Oh,
that's how I got into doing the acting thing. I got cast into a film called The Pursuit of the American Dream by Bobby and Renee Peoples, and because of my work with them, they opened up the doors to other people that were doing stage plays, and it's just been an ongoing process ever since. Um,
wow.
the music I've been doing since I was 17,
Okay.
and I was my first album was called Do or Die, and I got signed to a record label out of Grand Rapids called KJ Records at the time. And after our deal broke through, again I moved to Atlanta, and since then every album since Do or Die has been self-produced,
Hmm.
self-written, self-arranged, self-organized by me.
That's good.
Um, the book writing was out of boredom, literally. Um, Atlanta had this magazine. I'm not sure if it's still in operation, but it was called Creative Loafing. And every year they were having a writing contest. And like, again, I was bored. I didn't have anything else to do at the time, so I just wrote a short story. It's like a 3,000 word short story. I submitted it to Creative Loafing. I didn't win, but I got mentioned, and that's what made me interested in seeing what else I could do with it.
Hmm.
And that turned into my first book called Love for the Game, and then it just went from there. I have Love for the Game Book One, Love for the Game Part Two, Balls in My Word.
Okay.
And then there's a psychological thriller called Brutal, and then there's two poetry books.
Oh, and are they available like online to purchase?
Yes, ma'am. You can find the books anywhere online. The main website is called Lulu.com,
Okay.
and you can find those books there. And it's just been an amazing process from start to finish. Um, Lulu is a self-publishing website.
Okay.
So if you ever want to write a book and you don't want to have to pay these exorbitant costs to get it published, Lulu is one of the best sites that I found to help an independent person put together their book, promote their book, and get it out there.
Mm. We might actually need to send that to us because we have a book too. Um, it's a poetry book, but we're working on our second one, kind of a biography of our life, if you will. But we're doing it in different chapters. So we was actually looking for some publishing that ain't gonna bust us upside the head. So yeah, we might need that info.
Most definitely, it's been a very big benefit to me with my books. Like every single one of my books are released through the Lulu website,
Mhm.
and the beauty of Lulu is that you don't have to pay any upfront costs.
Oh well. Okay.
They charge you based on how many pages your book is, but then they don't charge you until your book is sold. Like they get their money as per book sale.
Right. So they get a percentage.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, that sounds reasonable. That's good. So yeah, we might need that. Okay, man. So let's talk about this music. You say you got 9 albums.
Yep.
How you had time to do 9 albums?
When you put together your own equipment to set up
Hmm.
your own little studio, you have all the time in the world to do whatever you want.
That's true. So
You
you
don't
got
have
your
to.
own like record label or just studio?
Both. I actually have a label called ANX Records for Ain't No Excuses,
Okay.
and but everything is done. Like I live in a two-bedroom apartment. My second room is my recording studio.
Okay. Okay. Shit, that sounds just like our husband. We actually producing, writing, and doing our own music. He has a record label that we are part of now. So that's what's your favorite part about doing that?
Having the freedom to do what you want when you want to do it, and nobody having to tell you
Mm-hmm.
that you can't say it, that it might be a conflict of interest, or it might be controversial. You don't have to worry about all that because you're the only person you have to answer to.
Yep. That's what we love about writing our own music. It's gonna sound corny, but like you say, you can do what you want to do, how you want to do it, and that's one of the things that we love. We can write whether we angry or we in a good mood or we just want to get something out, whatever it may be. And now that we know how to produce our own beats, that's even better because now we really feel like that's all us. So we can
Exactly.
definitely relate to what you're saying on that. It's an expression. You can't just I don't know if you listen to what's out now, but it just sounds like that stuff being thrown together. It's not like, old school, and we old school all day. Um, it actually meant something. The lyrics meant something. So that's one of the
Right.
things that's important to us when we doing music. The lyrics got to be can't be just garbage.
The KRS-One said it best that one of the goals of hip hop music was to teach.
Mhm.
And everybody is scared to do that now. Everybody is scared to stand up and be an individual. Like you said, like everything sounds the same. Like you can't tell one artist from the next artist now.
Nope.
Especially with this auto tune thing, everybody sounds alike.
Man.
That I don't get that. Like
No.
you could never confuse KRS-One with Public Enemy.
Nope.
And it's just the whole thing with music. Like they've lost it. I call it the I had a name for it, but basically these artists have
Mm,
had to stand up and stand for something.
yeah, it got to be more than they just want to make money.
Right. And everybody wants to be a thug until it's time to really be one.
Exactly. Everybody want to talk that talk, but you can't walk that path. It don't work like that. So as far as your music, you more R&B,
Um,
old school rap, new school, a little bit of everything.
a little bit of everything, but more old school.
Okay.
Um, I do have some ballads. I've actually tried to go back into doing almost basically like rap ballads to try and remind these people of the days when we actually wanted women in hip hop. Before we were calling y'all out your name and degrading y'all and
Mm,
demeaning y'all. I'm
man.
trying to go back to that and remind them that there was a time that we actually loved y'all and that we catered to y'all and we wanted to be with y'all, and somehow it got lost in the mix somewhere. So, and again, my music is again based on how I feel on that particular day. I mean, I can be pissed off one minute and I can write something that will specifically let you know that I'm mad at you without saying your name,
Yep.
or or I could do something to make you party or make you think. It all depends on what I'm going through at that time.
Yep. That's the same thing here, man. That same thing here. That's one of the other things that we love. You ain't never gonna know because we're not gonna say your name. But please believe, if we done been through something with somebody, more than likely you done became material. And it's
Right,
not to call out your name, but that's one of the things we said we love, being able to express that without nobody, what's the word, judging, having something to say, because you don't know what we done been through.
right. And if you listen to the song, You know that we talk. You know that who it is if it's about you. You'll know without the name being said. You'll know.
Always, always. That's one of the things we love. So, okay, you model too?
I have tried it a couple times. It's been fun, but it's like I'm all about enjoying my life. And if I get an opportunity to do something different, I take it. And modeling, I had somebody asked me if I wanted to be in a fashion show. I was like, sure, but man, doing all of that
Nah.
turning and posing and trying to remember where the camera is and make sure.
Man,
I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Just put me on the stage and give me a microphone and I'm happy.
that wasn't for you, huh?
So
Nah, well, we know about that. We did modeling too. Did a little bit in Atlanta. Ain't been in about 2 years, but we already know how it is. But yeah, that's a lot. That's a whole lot.
yeah.
Tell us about what's this? A storyteller sessions? Is that one of your books?
No, actually, the storyteller sessions is by my man, Profound Clark, and what he
Right.
does is people send him scripts like script writers send him scripts that they want to bring to life, and what he does is he assembles a cast from pretty much everywhere,
Okay.
and we read the scripts for say if you are the script and you send it to Profound, he will put a cast together, and you would sit there and you would listen to your script being read aloud,
Okay.
so that you get an idea of what it's going to sound like, what different actors would sound like. Um, some of the actors they'll give at the end of the session. There's a discussion afterwards, and they'll let you know what they liked about it, what they didn't like about it, what you need to improve on, what they think would make it a better script. They give you positive feedback on your script.
So is that like a table reading?
Basically, yeah,
Something like that? Yeah.
yep. And he does it every Tuesday and Thursday online.
Oh, okay, okay. And this the Royal Heist. Oh, this by some AJ. Oh, I don't want to say his name wrong.
Don't feel bad because I guess at it too.
I like messing up people's name, but is this someone else that's doing the same thing for the Royal Heist?
Actually, this one was interesting because he's actually located in India,
Oh,
and the Royal Heist was a story that he wrote, and
okay.
he also assembled an international cast. There was myself. There were people from England. There were people from Australia. There were people from all over the world that were part of it, and we're basically playing different characters in his story.
Okay. So they pretty much doing the same thing. That's why we was asking like
Yeah,
that. Okay. Okay. Well, where can anyone find them if they want to, possibly work with them?
Jay is he. Both him and Profound are on Facebook. Oh
Okay.
wait, yeah, Jay is on Facebook. Profound is on Facebook. Um, Anybody that is an actor or wants to be an actor or just wants to learn different things about script writing, Profound sessions are great, and it keeps you in practice with being an actor as well. Because
Okay.
these guys they allow you to be yourself, and however you feel that the character should sound, you can roll with it. Their whole thing is just see what it sounds like.
Right. See how it's gonna come out. You
Mm-hmm.
know. And then that's
And
smart.
they're also there are other actors. There are also script writers. There's an eclectic field of people that are in the session. It's not just all actors. Like everybody is doing something.
That's good. So it ain't just one person doing one thing. Everybody actually involved every step of the project.
Definitely. And um, through Profound, I was actually booked on an internet play last year.
You say internet? What?
An internet play.
Wow, I never done one of them.
There was one of the first of its kind. We actually performed it online, Everybody was in their home, because of the pandemic and everything. But we
Right.
we performed the play from where we were.
Wow. Okay. That's new. How was that?
It was fun.
Really?
It was fun. It was interesting. It was something new, and we got a good, we had a good audience. We had a very good response
Okay.
from it, and they're looking to do it again in the future.
So y'all actually, in costume from like,
Yep.
okay, wow, that's, I never heard of that. That's nice.
So, yep. You're sitting at home in front of your camera, and you're doing your lines just like as if you were on a regular stage play. You just
Right.
you just online.
That's amazing. Wow. Okay, man. So you voted again for ATL's hottest?
Second year in a row.
Ah, congratulations.
So thank you. So I won it
So,
last year,
congratulations.
and
Yeah, go ahead.
Brian Marshall runs the ATL's hottest program, and basically, of course, you had to be in Atlanta,
Yeah.
but people call in, people go online to the website, and they cast their vote for you,
Hmm.
and the voting goes until November, I believe,
Yep.
to the beginning of November, and then the winners are announced, and you get a nice little plaque saying that you are ATL's hottest. They have it for different categories. They have the hottest actor, hottest
Hmm.
actress, hottest DJ, hottest hair designer, hottest fashion designer, hottest club, hottest whatever you could think of in entertainment. They have a category for it.
Actually, man, don't mean to cut you off. We might have crossed paths because we actually been to ATL's hottest.
Okay.
We don't know if you even remember meeting us, but at the time we were with Demario Scott.
Oh, that's my boy. So we
Yeah,
probably have crossed paths.
yeah, we probably did. That's why when you hit me up, I'm like, he probably didn't remember me. That's crazy, but yeah, we know all about ATL's high. That's one reason why we brought him up. But yeah. So winning that, does it get you more connections? We was always wondering that. Like, does it make you more accessible to people?
It gives people that don't know you. It opens the door to those folks. Um, I had a guy come up to me when I won the ATL hottest last year, and he was like, "Didn't I just see you on TV?" And I'm like, "I don't know, did you?" And he's like, "Yeah, you were a detective or something." And I was like, "Oh yeah, 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 that was me. I was in a movie called The Struggle by a gentleman
Okay.
named from Rip Entertainment Films in Memphis, Tennessee, and I was a detective, and I had to make sure that you know I was the right person that he was talking to. So, but it does open the doors, and it's the local notoriety, basically.
Right. Oh
But they
yeah,
have
we already knowing.
yeah, and Demario, matter of fact, Demario is nominated this year in about four categories.
Oh, that's good.
So, and he and we've worked together. I actually did one of his model shows back in the day, and we just did a movie. We were in a movie together last year called "What Death Do We Part" by E. Adams.
Oh, okay. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's real good. Everybody, it's enough room for everybody out here to do their thing. So, that's great.
As long as everybody keeps that in mind, that there's room for everybody. Everybody has
Right.
this competition thing
Yeah.
where, and it's not that serious. Atlanta is too
No.
big yet too small, but there's room for everybody down here.
It's everywhere too. Everybody go down their path, and we cross paths with whomever. But a lot of our people, and we pretty sure you know this, we don't know how to do that because we always be in competition, and we never understood why. Just like even if we never speak to anybody again, we still wish you well. You know what we're saying? We
Right,
don't wish no hate, no ill, whatever. We don't even care if it's baby daddy. Whatever you're
right.
doing, long as you happy, that's how we are. But a lot of our people don't even think like that. You know, we've had to grow, and we've grown a lot since we left Atlanta. You know, our whole life done changed, but we we understand, but it's like we don't at the same time. But it's been programmed in us. We just everybody just got to do their thing.
And that's the best way to be because it keeps you out of trouble.
Yep, mind your business.
I'm still trying to. It sounds like I do remember you. Didn't you? Did you come to a play once that Demario and myself were in called Oh my God, I cannot.
um,
It was in Stone. It was in Stone Mountain.
yeah, we believe so. Was it Gloria doing it? Gloria
Yes.
Worthy?
Yep.
We can't remember the name of the play, but we believe we did because I think everybody took a picture afterwards. But yeah, I think so. That might have been that, and probably ATL's hottest.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't remember the name of the play, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay. I think I do remember you now.
Yeah, yep, that was us.
That's why I said no. Atlanta is big, but it's small for the entertainment industry because everybody comes across everybody.
That's crazy. It's a big but small world, so you never know.
But
You never know, man. But we
Atlanta has
wanted
been
to
good to me.
for sure, for sure. But we wanted to ask, do you have a favorite role that you played or you want to play possibly one day?
Right now, I would love to be either the ultimate superhero or the ultimate supervillain, or the ultimate hero or the ultimate villain.
Like superhero movie. Okay,
I
yeah, we
think
can
that
see that.
Yeah, I think that's about the only thing that I haven't done. I have been a hitman, a vampire. I've been the cheated on husband, the cheating husband,
Oh,
uh, the pastor, the deacon, like you name it. I probably pretty much played it.
wow, wow. So like we said, you got a whole span of acting, music, a little bit of modeling. I think we said that. Now you get more recognition at ATL's highest, and we definitely, like we said, salute anybody that's doing their thing. So, with all that being said, how does that feel? Have you had any struggles? Getting to where you are. If so, what helped you keep moving?
So with anything, there's always going to be struggles. And the main thing is just being determined and being tenacious in what it says that you want to do. And one of the things that I tell people is that whatever you speak it to the universe is going to test you to see how bad that you want it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's going to be your test. And the objective is to pass the test. And if you really want it, that's what you're going to do. But if you're just talking just to hear yourself talk, you're not going to pass the test. Whether it's in music, whether it's in acting or whatever, no's are a part of the job. It goes with the territory. And if you cannot handle the word no, then you're in the wrong line of business. I mean, that's the best way to put it. Expect the no's because no matter how many no's you get, there's going to be a yes that's going to come in there somewhere. I've
All you need
auditioned,
is one.
yeah, I've
All you
auditioned for
need is
so
that
many
one.
roles, and I didn't get every role,
Right.
but the ones that I did get were the ones that were meant for me. And even though I didn't feel it that I was right for it, it still worked out. I mean, like when I got on my own doing this, I kept getting cast for religious roles, and at that particular time in my life, it's like, yo, see, me and God, we cool and everything, but um, I don't play with God like that.
Oh no, we understand.
But because like there was a play that they cast me in, and I was the pastor, and I was like, as soon as they said, "Well, you're gonna be Pastor Alden," I'm like, hold on, we need to have a little conversation because see, me and God, we cool with all, but we ain't that kind of quite cool yet. And he said, "Oh no, 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 you're fine. You're fine. You can play the pastor. You're good. You're good." I was like, "Okay." So as we start going through it, there's a part where where Pastor Alder has to do a prayer, and I'm flipping through the script, and I'm like, "Okay, well, where's the prayer at? What page is it on?" And I don't see it. And it's like, "Oh yeah, Pastor Alder has to freestyle the prayer." Okay, hold on. See, we need to have a
Oh
little
wow.
conversation here because see, me and God, we cool and everything, but we ain't quite cool like that.
Right, we already know. Really?
And it's like
Those
every time that
roles be
somebody,
tricky though.
yeah, it's like every time somebody saw me, it's like you're a pastor, you're a deacon. I'm like, yo, like, I am so far from that kind of person. Oh, but you got it, you got it. And I'm like, okay. But if I was y'all, I suggested y'all stand to the left or to the right in case some lightning come down because he might even get confused. So like,
Man.
like next month, I
Oh
have a
man.
play coming up called Shop Talk, and I play a pastor. His name is Clayton Senior, and Clayton Senior has a whole house.
Hmm.
Yeah, so he's the pastor of the church. He has a whole house, and he's teaching his son to follow in his footsteps.
Oh wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, now just y'all remember now, this is an act. I'm just pretending to be a pastor. I don't really.
Yeah, them roles they be tricky though, cause like you
Yeah,
said, you got to be real careful with those, cause people be about this religion. Ooh, like, man, I'm just playing the role, man. Calm down,
right.
like it ain't that deep. You don't know what my religion is. Like we Muslim, so whatever you believe, that's what you believe. But you know, I'm just playing the role. Like we don't judge nobody. We done did think Christmas play a couple years ago, so we already know.
But at the
But
same time,
people
though, it's
actually,
fun
mm-hmm.
because you get to portray all of these different characters, and you get to bring all of these people to life, and it's a great experience being an actor. Like I've never had so much fun.
That's good. So out of everything that you doing, man, this don't know if you can even pick one, but music, acting, writing, what's your favorite thing to do?
Music will always be my first love because music is for especially for us. Music is therapeutic. Like so we can get our feelings out, we can get our anxiety out, we can get our frustrations out by just writing a song. That will always be my first love.
That's good. That's the same thing here, man. Always. We love music. That done got us through the hardest days. Y'all have no idea. And like we said, now that we know how to do our own music, it's even better. It's beautiful. We know you already know that. Um, and we like to be hands on. It sounds like you do too. So we
Yeah.
already know making something, I bet creating something from your own mind,
Mm-hmm.
it don't get no better than that. It don't. We don't even care if you're writing.
It's all about freedom of expression, and
Hmm.
music is our greatest form. Even from the motherland, that's inborn in us to be musically creative, and no matter what, they can't take that away.
Yeah, we were created to do a lot of things that we ain't doing as black people. And the more and more we go out these doors, we just want to stay in. It we failing so bad. A lot of us really need to, like you said, stand up, and a lot of us don't want to do that.
Well, a lot of people, especially this new age of artists, they're scared, and I say this on a regular basis. They're scared to be the next martyr, so to speak, because anything that induces change comes with a risk. Martin Luther King knew the
Always.
risk. Malcolm X knew the risk. And as far as music goes, Tupac knew the risk. And nobody wants to be the next Tupac. Everybody is scared to step on some toes and say, look, this is what we need to do as a people. This is what we need to do as a whole. We need to stop killing each other. We need to put the guns down and actually have a conversation. You know,
Yeah.
everybody thinks that they're the bigger man because they got a gun. But again, I'm from the old school. If I got a beef with you, we just step out on the block and we handle it. And either
Exactly.
we friends afterwards or we not friends afterwards, but nobody ever died afterwards.
Right. Everybody went home. Now everybody got an ego like, oh, I'm gonna prove myself. I'm gonna be a bigger idiot than you. I,
The,
we,
the only thing that is being proven is that they've certain factors in this nation have constantly held the belief that we are nothing but a bunch of savages.
exactly.
And we keep proving that, even though that other side is far more savage than we are, but we're feeding we're feeding their beast by killing each other, not realizing.
That's true.
And
That's
I don't
true. And that's been programmed in us from the moment they brought us over here.
exactly, and I don't know if everybody remembers that there was a letter that came out a while back by supposedly by a member of the Ku Klux Klan that was thanking black people for doing their job for them.
Oh yeah, I heard them tell us about that. Yep.
Said, we don't have to keep killing y'all because y'all doing it yourself.
And if we remember correctly, isn't that why they slowed down and stopped? Cause
For
we
a
took
minute,
over.
yeah, for a minute they did,
Uh huh.
but now it's that bravado that I had to be the biggest. I had to be the biggest man on the yard. But how are you going to be the biggest man in the yard when you locked up in a cell?
Don't think about that now, do we? Don't think about the consequence. We just react.
Right? You want to be famous, but how can you be famous when you dead? You know, they not thinking about that. It's they whole thing. Oh, he crossed me and he got to pay for it. Why?
Yep. Emotional content. That's why. Because we not thinking logically. We thinking with emotion, like you just said. Somebody do something to you, you got to prove yourself or get back at them, and instead of just moving on, going on about your business and letting life get to them, because it will. It's gonna catch up to them
Right? Or
every
because
single time.
somebody rap is better than yours, you just go back in the lab and you rewrite. I mean, that's what we did. We come from the world of battle rap,
Yep.
and either your rap was tight or it wasn't, and you go back and you work on it and you come back again. But we didn't ever like, I gotta kill you because your rhyme was doper than mine. Or that line hit harder than it was supposed to, so now I gotta take you out because my people was laughing at me because you got me. Oh,
But
let's be serious. Let's be serious. I mean, it's music at the end of the day, and either you got it or you don't. Or, again, you go back lab and you rework it.
that's another thing. We've been programmed to do too. We've
Yeah,
been programmed and trained to do so much, everything but the righteous thing to do, and that's help each other, support each other, actually have a baby and stay with somebody.
right.
Loyalty, respect. We don't know how to do none of that without feeling like it's being taken away from us, and really, it's not. We've been programmed. It's sad, really, to think backwards.
Because you never heard you never heard Van Halen fighting with with Megadeth, or I forget what rock bands is out here, but you never heard none of them.
Yeah.
You never heard any rock band. You never heard um, Air Supply fighting against Rush or something like that. You never heard anything like that. Air Supply fighting Barry Manilow.
They just went, did a song, kept it moving.
Right. But we do a song, and because we said something about somebody in it, you got to go shoot somebody. Like, just go in the studio. Tupac was one of the best ones that was at it. And Tupac will write a song about you, and you really couldn't do nothing. Like, all right, dang, man. The most rawest song that he did was "Hit 'Em Up."
Oh yeah.
And he hit everybody, and could nobody
Oh
say anything.
yeah.
It was to the point where that you didn't feel if you made it if Tupac didn't mention you in a song.
That's true though.
You didn't get mad at him. You was just like, dang, Tupac didn't mention me. He done raw dog me in the song, man. Tupac noticed me. That's what it was. But now y'all, these boys out here, you get mentioned in the song and you want to fight. You want to go get your boys. You want to go have a shootout in the middle of the street over words.
Backwards.
Just go back in the studio. Write your own diss track. That's what we did. Dang, it's Candy and the Hubman. Okay, they got me. But that's all right, though. Wait till I come out the studio. I got something for them. It might take me a minute. But I'm going to get them back to watch.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like, you focus on you. They might be doing better or doing their thing. Focus on you. You see somebody feel like they about to outdo you, whatever. Okay, wait till we come back. That's what we did. We kind of disappeared for a minute and stopped doing a lot of things. We wasn't on Facebook or nothing for a minute because we was, getting ourselves together. When we did, same mentality. We wasn't mad. We ain't hate nobody. We didn't even know what a lot of people had going on. Right. By the time we came back, we was like, this time we finna come back 100% better than ever.
That's the mentality that we had to get back from. Like, we had to keep reminding each other that we are descended from kings and queens.
Yep.
And we had to go back to that. Like, we had to go back to remembering that, most of us men had to go back to remembering that without y'all, we wouldn't be here. So it's not about calling y'all, if I can say this, but it's not about calling y'all bitches and hoes and degrading y'all and demeaning y'all when we really can't live without y'all.
No, you cool, man. You good on that. But yeah, that's true. That's the same thing our husbands say. You're not going to make it in this world by yourself. You can lie all you want, but you're not. Find you somebody, get you some loyal people around you and hold on to them. Exactly. Like you said, we don't know how to do that, period. Or we do, but it's like what we said a minute ago, like too much like being right or being righteous. Because we talk about them being fully evil, we are too. And yeah, it came from them, but we can change that. How long are we going to keep using that excuse?
Right, but we have to want to change it. Like they have the Black Lives Matter movement, but Black Lives is not going to matter to anybody else until Black Lives matter to us.
Exactly. We can't expect nobody to value our life when we don't even value our own or other people's life, let alone our own people. That's like asking somebody to respect you, male or female, but you ain't giving them nothing to respect.
We just have to get it together. I mean, all the other races can get together. They can pull together. They can accomplish everything. We are the only ones that go against each other, and there's no reason for it.
Oh no, people got reasons. They don't make no sense, but they got reasons. Because it's convenient for them.
Right. If they sit down and reevaluate it, I mean, like, it's sad that it's sometimes that even it's the closest ones to you that do you the most dirty. And that, if people remember Nipsey Hussle, the guy that killed him was a part of his clique. The guy
Oh
that
yeah.
yeah, they showed the picture where he's right. Here's a picture of Nipsey Hussle with his crew, and this guy is like in the front row to the right. And this is supposed to be your boy. How you kill your own? How you kill your own homeboy that's making it? That's opening the door for you.
Jealousy.
And the jealousy don't make any sense. I mean, we are supposed to help each other out. We're supposed to open the door for each other. Just because the opportunity isn't right for me doesn't mean that it's not right for you.
True.
And there's all kinds of doors that are out here for us. But some of these doors are connected to other people. Now, there may be a door that I'm trying to get into and I can't get into it for a particular reason. You and your husband might be the key to that door. But if I don't open up another doorway that helps you out, that door is never going to be open. There's a connection in everything.
Yep.
But we're
We
too
can
busy
still.
trying to break the door down instead of just like, well, hold on. Let me see what Miss Candy and her husband need, and I go and help you. I know, you know what? Mr. Johnson over here is looking for somebody that can do this and this and that. Well, Mr. Johnson is the door that I've been trying to get open for 2 years.
Right.
But I
And
was too
that's the
busy hating
thing.
on you. I'm hating on you and your husband for something that's trivial and menial because based on something that I heard, not that I know from fact, because somebody told me something about you and your husband and I believed it, so I'm not helping you out. And because I'm not helping you out, that door is not opening.
And how we gonna get further? You
Nobody
can't.
sees, right? Nobody sees that part. They just see, well, I heard such and such, and I heard this and that, and I heard this and that. Find out for yourself,
Exactly.
because the person that's giving you this rumor or this story, you don't know the whole story. You know their version of what happened between them and Miss Candy and her husband, but you haven't got Miss Candy and her husband's side of the story, which may shed more truth on what really happened. Because nobody likes to tell their fault in the story.
Never.
They'll tell what you did and how you reacted, how wrong you were, but they'll never say what they did to you to bring that emotion and that animosity out of you.
And it's just like what we said. We fail in so much. We fail in so much. We dealt with people that did that, and we had to cut them off. Y'all gonna stop our growth, our progress. We didn't care who it was. Everything we trying to do. A lot of people we used to deal with and take stuff from, we don't do that no more. Cause that's another thing. You got to separate
And
only if them people don't mean you no good. We supposed to come together. We supposed to help each other, but we ain't supposed to backstab.
right,
That's another thing. We got it. It's messed up. This whole world, the United States, as they call it, got us all messed up. We the only race. Everybody laughing at us, calling us niggas. Let's just be real. And we looking like, why? But your pants sagging, you half naked, weave and makeup, you don't even know who you really are.
exactly. Because you're too
You
busy trying
hiding.
to beat them.
Yep. And if
But the
we
whole
keep saying black women with this, what is this, blonde weave?
right.
Man, we about to scream. Y'all want to look like a devil? Seriously?
And meanwhile, the devil is steady trying to look like us. They trying to walk like us. They trying to talk like us. They trying to dress like us. They trying to steal the music from us
Well, they
because
did that.
they don't really have any identity.
But they did that. Everything we created, They took it and made it into their own version, and that way they the ones that came up with it. Name one black invention that you know of that they ain't stole.
This is true. And for a minute back in the day, they tried to steal the cornrow.
Oh wow.
You didn't know about that, did you?
No, that don't make no sense. No.
Her name was there's an actress named Bo Derek. They put her on the front page of the USA Today as the inventor of the cornrow.
Why
And
that name sound familiar?
black folks lost their mind because we knew, but they sure tried to give it to her as the creator of the cornrow.
Y'all can't create nothing. We create everything.
Everything.
How y'all gonna do that? We own this whole earth. Do y'all even know that?
No, they don't. They've used their science to try and disprove that we are the original people of this earth. And their own science has proven that life began in Africa.
Yeah.
And at the time, even if people remember the old Bibles that had the maps in them, there were no black people at that time. There were no black people around Egypt, around Jerusalem, Israel. There were no Caucasian people. We
Mm.
we we've touched every facet of this planet. They
Yep.
give Christopher Columbus credit for discovering America when black folks were in America 400 years before Columbus ever set foot. We just weren't trying to
Right.
discover it and conquer it. We were just doing business and making connections with the Indians.
There is so much about our history that we done been lied to about, and so much that we don't know because these so-called scientists done took everything and flat out lied about it. Y'all will be surprised how much knowledge these people have about us, more than what we have, knowing it belongs to us and don't want to share it.
We are the ones that taught white people how to wash their behinds.
Yep.
The Moors did because they didn't even know how to wash. They didn't know nothing about soap and water, brushing their teeth. They didn't know anything about any of that. But like you said, they've taken everything that we've taught them and have turned it against us, and we've allowed it to happen.
Yeah, make us think we the savages and we really the original man and the original woman. They're the savage. They the beast like, not us. But that's what we've been programmed to believe.
And everything that they've touched has been through lies, murder, deceit, trickery. Even the taking over of this nation.
Hmm.
Because the people that came over here from England to establish America, these were people that were kicked out of England. They were murderers and despots and rapists that were kicked out of the country that England didn't want. And they came here and they did the exact same thing. They killed, raped, pillaged, murdered, whatever they had
Yep.
to justify what they wanted to do.
Yep. So their ancestors, that's what they did. Their blood is still in them, just like our slave ancestors' blood is in us. So everybody talking about we need to get over it and let it go. This American flag, everybody like to salute. No good. We need to wake up and get our own knowledge. Stop believing what's on the news because they even lie about that. We don't know how you present the news and still lie about it, but they find a way to do it every time. They got more info. Well, we can't say it, but they got more info than what they telling us. And we stupid enough to just flip on the TV or read an article. We don't do no type of research. We'll believe anything about our history just because it was put in the book. And 99% of that ain't even true.
Exactly. Everything is based on whoever wins the war. Whoever wins the war can tell the story the way they want to.
Yep. Or if they take over.
And until we come together and actually be tired, be sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, it's not gonna stop.
Nope. And we ain't nowhere near that yet. We love this fantasy. That's what we call it now, fantasy. We love this fantasy that we live in because we ain't got to be held accountable. We can still do what we want to do. You know, everybody love this being a slave and working for somebody else and paying taxes. Like we said a minute ago, saluting that flag. That's not for black people. Might be pointing that out. A lot of us don't know that either. Um, we love it.
We are still considered 3/5 of a human being by the Constitution of the United States of America. They have never repealed that. They've never taken it out. They've never erased it. We are not considered a full human being by the people of this nation, which is part of the reason why they continue to treat us like they do, because they've been taught that we're not a full human being in their eyes.
Mm-hmm. And until we stand up and start doing our own research, pick up the right books, we ain't gonna know nothing. We gonna keep living in it because we love it so much. And a lot of us don't wanna find the truth.
No, because it's more
'Cause we,
comfortable living the lie.
yep, because we love this world. It's whole damn fantasy, everything. So we can march and Black Lives Matter and all that BS all we want to, but that's not gonna do nothing. We can go loot, riot, whatever. That's not gonna do nothing. We got the power, whether we know this or not, whether we believe this or not, and we know we do. We can't speak for nobody else, but we got the power to shut all this down,
But until we
all of
do,
it.
until we do, they gonna keep on putting us in that corner, and
We got to come out of it.
it's past time for us to realize who we are, what we're meant to be. It's time. It's past time. I mean, the older generation is slowly passing away, and at this point, they really have nobody to pass the baton to.
No, and
And
that's both sad and frightening at the same time.
yeah, and us men, as men, we need to take a bigger stand on our young brothers and make them understand who they are and the power that they have, instead of writing them off, instead of leaving mothers to raise these men by themselves. And I'm not saying that women cannot, because my mother did a damn good job with me to the best of her ability.
Right.
But there's still that male presence that has to be there, and we're not doing it.
That is true, cause we got 4 kids and we got 2 boys, and not saying them women can't do it. It's they need that male presence. They need that because it's certain things we can't teach them. So it is what it is. But and a lot of us women can step up and show these little girls how to do it better too. Because we not what we send on social media. It don't make no sense. We not
Exactly.
doing a good job either. We're not. We showing these little girls how to be hoes. That's what we're doing.
Because a lot of these parents are too busy trying to be friends with their kids, instead of being parents.
Yep.
They rather smoke and drink and get high and party with their kids instead of teaching them responsibilities, financial literacy, how to be a young man, how to be a young woman, how to present yourself as a young man and as a young woman.
That's
And
what that's what we got to pick from. But us women, we can step up a little bit too, cover up a little bit.
mm-hmm.
We can show these girls, how to keep a job, just like we did with our oldest daughter. She got two jobs in high school, about to graduate.
And
You gotta do all that.
it's not necessary. I mean, it,
We
it's
don't
different.
know. Let me make sure we say this right. We don't know how to do it because it wasn't shown to us. We had to learn
Right.
it, and then we had to, try our hardest to show it to our daughter. And she obviously listened to something we said because, she about to graduate, working two jobs. I think she had to stop one because she went back to school, but still working. Ain't been in no jail, ain't been in no kind of trouble, none of that. We got to teach them something other than shaking their behind and talking about how good what's in between their legs is, which a lot more women got that, so it ain't just you. You can use your brain
Exactly.
and show these girls how to do it. That's what we try to do with our platform. Our page be so boring. On time we put something up is when we got something going on. We'll put a picture here and there, or post about our kids or whatever. But ours be so dry since we became Muslim, because we not finna put all that out there. We don't even want to see it no more.
Right.
So now we just try to show everybody, okay, we using our brain now instead of our body to. We still trying to push and grind and work. That's what you need to put out there. We see one more of these fake celebrities. What they 40s or 50s? We don't know how old they are. But they behind all out. No, y'all going backwards. What are you doing? Somebody, a little girl, a daughter, gonna see that and they gonna think it's cool.
And want to be just like you, not understanding what goes along with that.
You know what make us mad with these so-called celebrities? Y'all got the platform and y'all not even using it right. Y'all just making money to put in your pocket. Y'all not building no apartments, buying no land. You not putting nobody else on. Food, pay somebody a bill, nothing. Y'all just be getting there to look good and what's this competition we was talking about? Who got
Yep.
the most, got the biggest car, who can travel the most? Meanwhile, there's people out here actually can use that and wake people up. But y'all not doing that, like we said. Y'all showing these little girls how to be hoes, and y'all showing these little boys how to keep being niggas. And guess what? Everybody gonna get dead.
Exactly. But they don't see anything wrong with it, and neither does the establishment that orchestrates all of that, because they they allow these folks to dictate how they're going to dress, how they're going to talk, what the world will and will not accept. And it's like anything that's positive is not acceptable anymore. Like the raunchier the raunchier that you are,
Mm-hmm.
the bigger of a star that you're going to be. God forbid that you actually come out dressed, you know, nicely and speak professionally, and let that be an influence on somebody.
I don't want to see that.
We don't want to come back. We get out of the hood and we don't want to come back, but we steadily brag about how we came from the hood and how much we love the hood, but you'll never come back once you leave. And
Or
if you
help.
do come back, you have a million bodyguards.
Mm-mm. Like we said, man, we gonna close out on this note. But yeah, we got to do better. Go back to your hood, build some stuff, like we just said. Help your people out, the same ones that supporting you, buying your shoes, music, going to see your movie, whatever. Go back there. That's what a lot of these rappers. That's what we don't like with them. Shout out to my hood. What you doing for
Right. It's
it?
easy talking from across the street, but come back on our side where you came from.
Exactly. Exactly, man. Well, on that note, man, we're gonna go ahead and close out. Thank you, once again for coming on the show. We definitely enjoyed talking to you and having you on. Um, Go ahead and give everybody whatever social media, what you got coming up, And we're gonna go ahead and get out of here.
Okay, well, and you can find me on IG and on Facebook under Next Icon, NXICON, or on IG under the actor Willie D. The next project that I do have coming up is going to be Shop Talk, which is going to be September 24th in Birmingham, Alabama.
All right, man. Well, best of luck with that and everything else. If you ever need us again, you know you can hit us up anytime. You
Most
got anything else going on? We definitely want to talk about the music thing and the book. So we're gonna get together on that too.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Candy, for y'all's time. I do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Stay safe, man. We'll talk to you next time.
All right. Y'all be safe too.
All right, you too.
Peace.
All right.